Bloody Jacob with probably the latest 2025 movie ranking, but here we are. Top 30. Goes without saying, but this is my personal list, okay? No need to insult each other and drag each other through shit over movie takes. Let's try to act like adults here rather than children, if at all possible. Well, these are just my personal favorites in my personal order. Some I left off the list, like One Battle After Another, Weapons, are ones I liked, just not as much as most people. And that's okay, right? But anyway, here's mine. I'm going to try to make it briefer than in the past. One I wanted to mention is Scout Taylor Compton's short film, Building Blocks. It's hard to compare to like feature-length films, but still very, very good, nicely done, well acted. Night Always Comes. Vanessa Kirby is brilliant in this, deliberate in it character work. The new Toxic Avenger with Peter Dinklage that was finally released, an improvement over the original for me. Superman, while Man of Steel is still my favorite Superman flick, Superman is still the kind of movie I can enjoy on a different day. Dwayne Johnson brings it in The Smashing Machine. He deserves a lot of praise for this. I love Emily Blunt. She's one of the greatest of our time. I Know What You Did Last Summer, capable younger cast, Jennifer, Love Hewitt, and Freddie Prinze Jr. as strong as ever. Sophie Thatcher continues to prove herself as one of the genre of people to watch. Really, really interestingly executed concept. Another year, another good old reliable Jason Statham actioner. I actually prefer this to Beekeeper. Nobody 2, another fun all-around throwback, another improvement over an original, plus Sharon frickin' Stone, one of the goats of cinema. Samara Weaving carries us on her shoulders, and it's literally just a really solid ride. In The Lost Lands, while it's a bit cobbled, I'm a sucker for stories like this. Big fan of Dave Bautista, like Milla Jovovich quite a bit too. Can't talk about 2025 without talking about The Lawn Walk. It'll leave a mark. Ricci and Kevin James, the duo you never know you needed. You'll be seeing a lot more of Sydney Sweeney on this list, but here you have Eden, directed by Ron Howard and featuring great performances from Sweeney and Vanessa Kirby, as well as Law and Brawl and Ana de Armas. This is the kind of movie that would have been huge a couple decades ago and definitely should have been more recognized in 2025. You want to talk about in-it crime movies? This is gritty and bloody as hell, good choreography, Tom Hardy, maybe one of his best performances. Timothy Olyphant, too. Crime ensemble, bit of comedy. You'll be seeing Sweeney a lot on this list, but mixes all that with a bit of heart. A good, fresh concept, and Mads Mikkelsen is objectively one of the best actors of the last 2-3 decades. A well-executed, energetic throwback slasher that outdoes and has just something to it that something like Thanksgiving lacked. Not just a Scream ripoff, something of its own, and a nostalgic bit at the same time. Josh Hartnett was great in Penny Dreadful, so he hasn't been missing for me like he has for some mainstream people, but it's just a whole lot of fun seeing him in a movie like this. You get to see him go all over the wall, and it's just a fun, contained ride. I liked it a lot. Anya Taylor-Joy is one of the current building goats from this generation. Like her a lot, Miles Teller, of course, and just the premise and setting, and then the Valentine's Day nature that it can act as too, while having that sci-fi horror-ish edge. Wolfman did not get the problem with this one. If it came out in the 70s, 80s, or 90s, I swear people would say it's a cult classic. The atmosphere, the acting, the isolation. Julianne Moore is another cinema great, despite the disservice this poster does for her. Sydney Sweeney is again great here as well. Overlooked Apple TV flick. Check it out. Excellent performances, brilliantly shot. After the unneeded hectic year Sydney Sweeney had, she deserved a win like this, and Amanda Seyfried is yet another one of those all-timers for me, especially the last couple decades. Fun and just kinetic. Another seamless entry into the Wick franchise. You got Wick here in key moments, and a really great usage of him in the plot in the third act without him stealing the movie or anything. And just a great ensemble, and just the look of it. Really, really enjoyed. To preface, I'm usually not even that big on spoof comedies. I've never even seen the original Naked Gun films, but I love Liam Neeson, big fan of the guy, and this was legitimately one of the funniest movies I've seen in a long time. I might be a bit biased. Reese Witherspoon is one of my favorites of all time in comedy or drama, on TV or in film, and never thought we'd get to see her and Will Ferrell as co-stars. And this is just a really easy movie to throw on that I could see myself doing year after year. Christie, it's a shame that with all the unneeded controversy, a movie like this with a message like this, telling an important story like this of a closeted gay woman overcoming abuse and her, just very, very crucial boxing career, had to be overshadowed and overlooked. It deserved way more attention. Sweeney's incredible in this movie, as is Ben Foster. Maintained being in my top 5 pretty much all year. Now my top few are pretty rotatable. I could prefer one on one day or edge out one on the other. But here we have Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein, the definitive version of the story for me. Jacob Elordi gives a pretty transcending breakout performance here, really. He was already on the map a bit, but this was something really special. The best take on the creature, Frankenstein's monster, since Penny Dreadful, the show. You should check that out. But yeah, just has that signature look, and David Bradley's role in this is maybe my favorite part of it alongside Elordi. Really a new must and masterwork for the genre. Sinners may have been a bit late to the party on this one, but unlike one battle after another for me, this one lives up to the hype. Great performances, exploration, attention to the culture and the time period they're in, combining the issues from that time with a vampire story really, really nicely. There's just so much to compliment about this movie. And it's definitely probably in most people's top 3, top 5 for a reason. Some very minor issues with this one, but overall this one maintained in my very top spots this year. I have a soft spot for Fantastic Four, usually my favorite Marvel team. The Thing especially is one of my favorite characters in comics, and I really enjoyed finally having a proper Galactus, and I wish it did better, but I'm just glad to still see him in the Avengers movies coming up. But yeah, this did my heart good, and even Natasha Lyonne's small role, this one hit home with me. This one was hovering throughout my top 5 since I'd seen it, but we're going with Predator: Badlands. I've been a massive Predator fan all my life, pretty much. And it's just great to finally see a Predator-centric, Predator perspective movie in live action. I love the video game Predator: Concrete Jungle. Minor issues with this movie, maybe a bit too much, of Elle Fanning's character. But nonetheless, Deck, a really great Predator character. And I just get annoyed by people thinking, it always needs to be a Predator hunting man story. There are plenty of comics and video games, as I mentioned, that tell more unique character perspectives. Predators aren't just killing machines, they can be genuine characters too. And there's a lot to explore with their culture and, sort of ideologies and everything. And I thought this was just bloody awesome. The only reason it was PG-13 is because there's literally no humans in this movie. But there's plenty of, creature gore and violence and stuff like that. I thought Predator: Badlands was fucking fantastic.